This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime in association with Micromax.
Real estate in a city like Mumbai is not for the faint-hearted. India's biggest metropolis is also one of its toughest property markets. There is cutthroat competition coupled with complicated government regulations. Then, how does a fledgling company grow to be one of India's best known and most respected real estate firms? All this in a very short period of time against all odds.
He was just a college student when his tryst with the property markets began. Boman Irani might have inherited his chops from his business family, but his destiny in real estate is of his own making. In under 20 years, this first-generation real estate player has made Rustomjee one of the most sought-after development firms in Mumbai and also amongst the city's best.
Boman Irani's journey in real estate began in 1991 as a young engineering student. He didn't take long to learn the ropes, and in 1996, the Rustomjee Group was born. As one of the youngest and fastest growing real estate companies in Mumbai, Rustomjee has a development portfolio of more than 30 million square feet in the Mumbai metropolitan region. It has transformed 12.5 million square feet of Mumbai into premium townships, corporate parks and retail spaces, and built over 12,500 homes. In the last 5 years alone, they have delivered 8 million square feet of construction area. Known for their emphasis on providing a quality lifestyle as opposed to just providing homes, the Rustomjee Group is a prime example of a developer whose portfolio has consistently grown even when the economy has not. 46-year-old Irani, a first-generation real estate developer, is the driver of this success story.
Boman, pleasure to be with you.
Thank you for being here, Manisha.
All right, let me start with your story per se. So, like I said, your tryst with property markets started in your college days. Was it chance or was it by design?
Real estate, actually, it's such an interesting story. It was actually quite a chance. My family had a huge property which we were trying to sell. And, I was about 19 years old when I started walking around trying to sell that property. And I met up with a whole bunch of very nice architects who then became my friends, developers who I came to know in much later years as very nice, people that I had interacted with then, property consultants and stuff. And just going through that journey, I realized that this is such a lovely industry, but it didn't have the systems and processes. I'm talking of 1996 or even before the 1993. It didn't have the systems and processes that we developers engage in right now. And coming from the industry background, I knew that once you systemize things and put processes in place, things become so much easier and better. And here was an entire industry that was almost where every decision was just taken by a promoter and things were decided on the go, etc. So I saw a huge opportunity out here, and then the family trusted me with developing one small portion of the property, and then from like they say, the rest is just history. Yes.
Since 2000, Rustomjee's expertise has been redevelopment. They have undertaken several prestigious redevelopment projects, earning the trust of their occupants.
In redevelopment, it's a cooperative process. You are dealing with members and at times multiple members who have a mind of their own. Each of them is nothing less than an owner. And then you have to give consideration to their aspirations, their desires, what their dreams are in terms of development, what their aspirations are, and what exactly are they looking for in the development. And hence it's a cooperative process. you need to have the ability to listen to people, understand their requirements, be flexible, try and assimilate those into your development, and modify your development to suit everybody's requirement.
Today, due to their varied redevelopment projects, many families are living in the same localities. Their lives virtually unchanged, but their circumstances much improved.
In a redevelopment, the tenant is actually giving to the developer and putting in his hands his or her existing house. So it's far more riskier business. And that is where Rustomjee actually started doing well. Why did it start doing well? Because people believed in the brand, they trusted the brand. They believed that ultimately when they give over the existing flats or the building to Rustomjee, they would get a far better product in time. And that was the evolution of Rustomjee.
For a city like Mumbai, redevelopment is the only option if you want something in the center. But it's a tricky business, so how do you crack that?
Actually, the story of Rustomjee is a story of people. And redevelopment is absolutely people-centric. People welcome you into their property, their home, give it to you, not because they're walking out of there for want of money, but because they want to come back and live in the same or in a much better environment. And they say that, you know, the new house has got to be better than what it is. So it's a people story. And I think at Rustomjee, we gel so well with people. We understand what it is that our consumer wants, our redevelopment partner wants, and we've been able to give that. It was the first time in the year 2000 that we took a 12-member redevelopment building, and those people are still my best friends. And going on from there, 12 became 24, became 240, 480. We've kind of, I wouldn't say cracked the code, but we've been there with the people, and people usually spread the good word about what's really happened. That's how we've gotten most of our societies.
The group's portfolio is moving beyond redevelopment. The global city in Virar, spread across 217 acres, will have the capacity to house 20,000 families. It offers a wide range of apartments ranging from 1 BHK to 4 BHK homes. This integrated township houses state-of-the-art healthcare facilities, an expansive clubhouse, and a prominent school. Entertainment options being multiplexes and its very own 12-acre amusement park. The 127-acre Rustomjee Urbania in Thane gives home buyers an experience of an integrated township with residential, commercial and clubhouse facilities within the vicinity.
What Rustomjee has been able to do is that they have been able to create housing stock in the market for both the sectors of society. For example, in Thane, they've done a great township project, but the amenities and the clubhouses, if you see there, they are world class.
Rustomjee's steady rise to the big league in Mumbai's real estate has been acknowledged by a number of awards. The NDTV Property Awards 2014 awarded Rustomjee Urbania the Best Township of the Year.
So you've gone into Virar, you've gone into Thane, and now you have these mega projects, right? 100, 200 acres plus. How did you make that shift, and why did you make that shift?
So again, at Rustomjee, it's been an old habit. You bite off more than you can chew, and then you chew it. But somewhere deep down, we at Rustomjee have always been about value for money housing. We've been about what really can we do to make affordable housing a reality for almost everybody. And towards that, land is one of the major components. At that point of time, if you had cheaper land, you were able to create miracles, right? Nowadays, it's how do you get taxes, around construction costs. But at one point in time, that was the only problem. So we moved to a place called Thane, where we acquired 127 acres, and we tied up with the locals out there, and we kind of built on that entire story of affordable housing. So at one point in time, I've sold Thane at 2,750 rupees a square foot, and the kind of apartments we've given are not low rises. They've all been like 27 floors and above. Then Virar happened, and Virar was another huge opportunity. I still think it's a massive untapped opportunity. The game plan is to build about 20,000 affordable homes. We've already completed about 5,000 of those. At one point in time, we were building 151 buildings at one go, and we were building 10.5 kilometers of roads, a clubhouse that is a little bigger than CCI, schools.
Little bigger, just a little bigger.
Just a little
Okay.
bigger. And places of worship and places of, small shops, etc., etc. So about 5,100 homes and about 500 odd shops were being built at one point of time.
Okay.
And it gave me great pleasure because we were doing exactly what the Rustomjee, gene is. The genetics is to go ahead and create a home for every home buyer across the entire spectrum. By the time we are 25, we would have created total niche for ourselves as being one of the most trusted developers where value is given to the human.